how do we want to wrap this up, Chris? How do we want to wrap up
I
Nightmare
think we
Alley?
should talk about. I mean, like I was just. Uh, my last note here was Stan and the Geek, like the parallels between him becoming the Geek and like the
Okay.
Geek throughout the entire beginning half of the movie is just like a lot of what happens is like in the Geek um, area. Like the first show he sees is the Geek, where it's introduced to this inhuman creature
Mm-hmm.
everyone is in awe of that just consumes and uh, it's just kind of the Geek is what Stan is on the inside. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he just takes and consumes without any regard to like what he does to other people or like how people perceive him.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the movie when he's on the run and like he's lost everything, he's got his ear blown off,
Yeah.
and he comes across a carnival where he's trying to get a job as the mentalist or whatever, and they're like, we don't need another guy like that. And
But we
he's
do need a
saying,
geek.
yeah, we need a
Yeah.
geek, and just like, you know what a geek is? And he's just like, I was made for this, and just I and how do you perceive that scene? Like,
Okay, so like when I read it versus how I first saw it, I sat there and saw more in the script in the final scene that describes Stan. I saw him more unhinged, but like the shakes, all that from like the alcohol withdrawals, which again it goes back to well, how the hell do you catch a geek? And Clem's all like, oh, we usually find the addicts, the alcoholics that need their fix, and it kind of to me and my idea with the script was like he was very much in that where. Oh, I'm an alcoholic, I'm on probably something else too to get by. And whenever he sat there and said, I was made for this, my image of Bradley Cooper was very much he was completely unhinged and everything. And that there was more of a happy but sad like a sad moment where it's like, oh my god, I finally admitted that I am this creature. Like there's tears going down his eyes and he's just kind of smiling like, at a job interview. It's like I was made for this. And
yeah,
then seeing how Del Toro did it the other way, where it was more of a just, this is who I am. There was no tears. It's just who I am. And
he
it's
does
like,
look smile like I was made for this, like
yeah.
just
And it's like,
accepting his fate.
yeah. I don't know which one would I still prefer for the ending because I think either or would probably. I think my idea would probably be a little bit more too cartoonish of like I'm this broken down human once was a human being and I'm
Yeah,
crying because I don't. I guess for this for what it is he finally accepted he was a geek. Where I guess in my mind how I read it, it's more of I'm upset that I'm admitting it, but at the
yeah.
same time I am what you want me to be, and everything. And but yeah,
Just
it
like
it
this
goes
is
it goes
everything's been stripped
full
away from me.
circle. It goes full circle.
Yeah,
He goes back to the Carney world after he had failed in a new life. Everything just
yeah.
as much as how he failed in his past life and came back to the carnival. He rose up to fame, fell again, went back to the carnival. This time, yeah, they don't need a spook show. They needed a geek, and he took it. What about you?
I mean, yeah, just how I saw it. Like he he was at the end of uh his journey here, and just like he had given up his watch and everything that was him before it is gone, and he's nothing now,
Mm-hmm.
and like this is what he's reduced to, and it's like the most real version of himself. Like it's just him sitting there, and he sees the jar with the baby in it, and he's just going into the backstory, and the head carney guy is just like, oh yeah, that's a cool little story, I'll start doing that. It's just like everything is fake, and he's just like trying to get the job, and then he offers him the geek, and like yeah, he's accepting it, he's accepting like who he is,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just it was a great little way to end it, like a nice little uh poetic justice for his character.
Yeah.
There
Picking
is
up
no
real quick.
redeeming for this monster.
Picking up real quick before we do wrap up, yeah, you did bring up the dead fetus
Yeah,
in the jar thing that obviously this new Carney guy got from Clem, and the whole story about it. That baby has a lot of parallels because uh, the baby that killed its mother through childbirth and everything. So Stanton's mother left probably to not be a mother no more and not to be around the father. I'm pretty sure that the father blamed the son for the reason why the mother is not around. Hence why Stanton was always abused by his father and everything. But also too, if you think about it, with Ezra's wife and everything, when she had the abortion, instead of the baby killing her, she killed the baby. I guess like in a sense, but also too in a sense, the baby did kill her because she wanted to have the child, if I believe so. And with her getting that Ezra made her get, it killed a part inside of her that made her take her own life. Uh,
yeah,
so there is parallels with you know, again, that's why one of the great things about the script, it's the little details and how they all repeat, and they all tell their story.